September 4th, we're leaving Red Bluff Bay bound for the village of Kake. In order to get to Kake, we have to cross Chatham Strait and enter Frederick Sound. So we've planned it so that we catch the northbound current on the rising tide to get across to Kake. The forecast is for 20-knot southerly winds, which we aren't getting yet. So we're hoping that we've gotten an early enough start that the wind won't kick up until we get most of the way across, although 20 knots would be fine. It would allow us to sail part of the way. But it's easier to just motor. The distance is about 20 miles all the way to Kake. It's about 9 miles across the Chatham Strait. So in order to time this properly, what we had to do was leave just before low slack water so that we could get out of the bay before the flood started and the current went against us. Once we're outside the bay, the current is running from south to north, so it's in our favor. But it gets up to 3 knots on the far side, so we need to get all the way across before we get to the peak flood current. It'll be mostly in our favor, but it will be pushing us north a bit. So the plan is we leave Red Bluff Bay at low slack water and arrive at Kake at high slack water before the current turns around and runs against us. That's the plan. That's the plan. It should take us, what do we say, about 6.5 to 7 hours, depending on how much of a boost.
Well, we always plan our trips at 4 knots.
Yeah, we plan for 4 knots. Right now we're doing 5.6. And pretty much flat water. Once we get out here in Chatham Strait, we are going to catch a current that should be favorable.
Coming in.
We're getting a little bit of swell, which was predicted, but there was also a south wind predicted. We may get it once we get clear of this point. If we do, so much the better. I guess we'll sail. It'd be nice.
Yeah, it would be.
It would be nice. So meanwhile, we're chugging on across the Chatham Strait, and
enjoyed Red Bluff Bay.
We really enjoyed Red Bluff Bay, but it's a popular spot. It's listed in Charlie's charts, and they raved about it. And it's well known to the local tour boat operators. We arrived, there were 2 yachts already in there, 2 sailboats, 1 motor sailor and 1 ketch. Once again, we were always the smallest boat. Those guys left, and then 1 motor yacht after another came in. One of them stayed 1 night, one of them stayed 2 nights. They all came in, dropped a dinghy with an outboard on it, went racing around, taking pictures of the bears and generally disturbing the peace. But, you know, it's still a beautiful place. And lots of bears, not as many as Port Armstrong, and not as close, thankfully. But lots of bears.
Water shallows up pretty close to the beach, so
yeah,
you're going to only go in and dinghy in there and check it out.
Yeah. Nonetheless, people got awfully close to those bears.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get that close. Dinghy or no dinghy, outboard or not, I wouldn't get that close. Especially since most of the bears seem to be mama bears with cubs.
Yeah.
Usually, you know, there was a couple of, at least 2 or 3 that I spotted, different females with cubs.
Yeah.
I didn't see any big males, did you?
I think I did. I think actually that one that group was following around earlier this morning was a pretty big one.
Yeah.
So
here comes that swell.
Never knew. Anyway, we've made a cup of coffee. It's our last cup. That's why we had to leave today.
Yeah, that's why we had to leave. We're out of coffee.
We're out of coffee.
Okay,
So, small market in Kake. We'll see what we can find.
Yeah, we'll see what Kake's all about. Let's find out about Kake. Get some fuel and some coffee.
What a beautiful day.
Yeah. I'm going to have to adjust course here to compensate for the current.
And approaching Kake.